Alright, so this is Lee Mishima's latest list, right? This is just a who he wants nerfed, who he wants buffed list, right? And people are screaming and shouting as he does with every list. This, I think, is his least controversial list yet, right? Kuma is at the top there. I'll move my cam so you guys can see that it's placed in the wrong spot. But yeah, this is what he's got right now. The wildest chew is nothing to Jin. Yeah, nothing to Jin is crazy. Buffs to Asuka is crazy. No nerfs to Clive and Paul is probably also a bit mad. And I know little nerf to Steve is controversial, but he's right. He's entirely right. Drag also in nothing. Yeah, drag also in nothing is controversial, to say the least. Well, we're gonna do the same list, right? Basically. Alright, I'm gonna put myself over here. Alright, that way I don't interfere with the list as much. I'm also gonna add one more tier, right? I'm gonna put this in for characters that like, I think their power level is strong, but I don't like the gameplay, right? So I think that I want to see them changed, but not nerfed or buffed, right? So just gonna go through all of these and yeah, try and discuss what I think of all the characters, and you guys let me know. Alright, so Kazuya can probably stay the way he is, to be honest. I think his combo game could use some changes, but overall he's quite strong. It's just Kazuya's game plan doesn't fit the game a lot, but if you did anything to his game plan, it just wouldn't be Kazuya anymore. Alright. So I think he's fine the way he is, right? We've seen Keisuke do bits with him. Like, he's just a hard character, so you don't see that many high-level Kazuyas. Because people often use the argument of, oh, you don't see Kazuya winning every major, so he must be ass, right? But no, the character is fine the way he is. Not every character needs to be the best in the game. I think he's very strong the way he is. And there you go. If you think electrics are hard, just buy a hitbox and solve your own problems, right? You would say slight nerf and get rid of FF2 tracking completely. I mean, apart from FF2, what do you want nerfed? Because for FF2, let me zoom in actually. That's yeah, that's probably better. There. Because like FF2 being nerfed, I don't think is warrants me putting him in the nerf tier, right? Like, that's just like changes that you expect. Like, that's quality of life, if anything, right? That's like one move. Like, it doesn't change the whole character. So I'm gonna leave him in nothing, right? Okay, Jin needs nerfs. Like, let's just get it out of the way. There was like 9 Jins in top 8 at Tekuwato finals, right? It's the character's a bit too good, right? Down 2, like, I can react to down 2. If you watch my offline tournaments, I play against Jin a lot. You ain't hitting me with down 2 in neutral. That doesn't mean the move is bad by any means, right? Jin mains will tell you, oh, it's reactable, so it's bad. No, reactable doesn't mean bad. I've got reactable moves on Lee that are amazing, right? And down 2 is amazing. Why does it fully track almost, right? I've stepped it. I can't lie, I have stepped it. But like, it tracks way too much. And it does a lot of damage on counter hit, right? And the range is crazy, right? We already saw the range is getting nerfed from the season 2 preview. So that's good. Tracking needs to be touched. I think maybe oh, and also, yeah, it's minus 14. As a Lee player, I don't mind because I launch minus 14. But yeah, the way it is right now, that shit should be minus 15. The way it is right now. But I think what they could do is just give it a guaranteed follow-up instead of a launch. And if they left it as is, down 2, and just gave it no launch, but a guaranteed follow-up, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with it. It'd still be toxic, right? But yeah. But that's not the only thing that needs changing. The dive kicks are way too annoying to play around, right? Chesto. Ouais. Genre, les dive kicks, c'est trop. Dive kicks. Why? Oh, my accent. Where is it? Dive kicks. There we go. Dive kicks. Like, they cover too much range. They're too evasive. Like, you can't anti-air him. Like, unless you have rage, basically, and then you press immediate rage out, you can't really do much to it. You kind of have to deal with it, right? Sure, it's kind of steppable, but whatever. The other one kind of tracks. Like I'm not the biggest Jin hater, but yeah, 2-1, 2-1-4, too strong. But I don't think they're gonna touch that. Right? What I would like to see touched is up forward 2. Up forward 2, right, is better than Feng's up forward 2, except it's safe. Like, it's 15 frames, evasive, counter at wall splats, and it's safe, right? Like, that's not normal. Make it -10 or make it not wall splat, right? So yeah, up forward 2, down 2, dive kicks. Is heat smash is too strong? Since we're talking season 2, right? Since we're talking season 2, I don't want any heat smash to wall splat, right? I think heat smashes wall splatting is one of the worst decisions they made in like, I'm a big fan of Tekken 8. I am genuinely not a hater of the mechanics. Heat dashing, chip damage, all that shit, I love it. Give me more Tekken 8. I love Tekken 8. Heat smashes, I'm a big fan of, right? But I am still of the belief none of them should wall splat. Even close, like, here's one that wall splats from across the stage. I'm talking wall splatting, like even Law's one, where you need to be close to the wall. None of them should wall splat. Like, I'm okay personally with breaking walls, like wall break, even double wall break in one go. I'm fine with. I'm fine with stage mechanics, basically all of them, but not wall splat, right? So yeah, and the range is fucking stupid on it as well, right? Like, you can kind of step it, but not as much as you should be able to. So yeah, Jin goes in the nerf tier. Paul goes into the nerf tier as well, right? Every single one of his heat engages is a launch, including his 13 frame move, right? 13 frame move that's harder to punish than a jab, right? Right, heat smashes for wall splat across the even a hard wall break with low heat smash. Je suis un peu biaisé sur le key, mais bien sûr. What? There are so many things worse than heat smash getting a wall splat, but that is just your opinion. I didn't say it was the worst. I might have said it was the worst, but it is, for me, it's one of the worst things. It's easy one of the worst things. But yeah, Paul, his heat smash is -12. It's a homing low that's -12. The wall breaks. And it does a lot of damage. Why? Why is it like that? Why is it -12? With pushback. So if you try to jab punish, you'll whiff sometimes, right? So like, why? Don't do that. Just fix that, right? So yeah, forward 2, too strong, should never have been a launcher. His damage output is very, very, very high, right? But that's poor. I still want it to be high, but right now it's too high, right? The other thing is heat mode is a bit on the stronger side. Being able to do 3 death fists that wall splat from full screen and are only unsafe if the wall is close is bullshit, right? Like Paul's evasive shoulders, that's part of the character, right? I hate him too, but I'm not asking for them to be nerfed. That's the identity of the character. It's toxic. The evasive down forward too, the shit's been like that since Tekken 5. Like, it's very annoying, but that's not gonna move, right? I want some heat changes mostly, right? Now, in neutral, he's got good moves. Like I said, forward 2, regardless of the heat properties, is so fucking hard to whiff punish. It needs more recovery. I think it should still be hard to whiff punish, but right now it's too hard. Right? You're of the opinion that down forward 2s need to not come in the safe variety. I disagree. Of course, I'm going to disagree. I have one. But, like, there's things you can nerf on them, right? Like, the fact that they don't launch crouching is a big thing to consider. They need less tracking. Shaheen's one, for example, needs less range. But them being safe, I don't mind. Safe launchers are a thing. Plenty of characters have safe launchers, right? Down forward 2s being universally safe on a lot of characters is a thing, right? I want Paul nerfed. Paul needs nerfs, yeah. That will be controversial. Listen, I play with Hexmark regularly, right? That motherfucker needs nerfs, right? Like, maybe I put him in little nerf. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm thinking it's a lot of things that need nerfs. Heat smash is heat mode in general. Like forward 2. There's also weird tracking on while standing 1-2 and the deep dive stuff, where like he just has homing pokes sometimes, right? Do you think he's as strong as Jin? No, I didn't say that. No. Like this isn't gonna. I could order it. I could order them. I wasn't going to, but I could order them. But yeah, having a home and down forward 1, if you do the sway and stuff, that's weird, right? Like, do you want Paul and Jin to be nerfed the same? I can't put like 20 different shades of nerf, right? It's either nerf, barely touch, or change, right? That's all I got. But yeah, they need probably the same amount of changes, but not the same impact of changes, right? That's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, Paul needs some nerfs that will hurt him a lot, right? Basically, they might give him something else in return. This is what I'm guessing, but like right now, there's moves that need some serious touching. That even if he didn't have him, he'd be a good character, basically. Right? Alright, because like it's Death Fist War Splats from full screen and it's -13, except with the pushback it's safe. Remove the pushback so that I can punish it. Leave it at -13 in heat. But why can I not punish it? Right? That's not okay. Right? Those 3 nerfs I mentioned basically are huge. I think that's I can't say that's a little nerf. Alright, law. Alright, I'm gonna put him here for now, and I might move him up, right? Tin frame counter at launch. Everyone's. I got death threats because I had one in Tekken 7, and now we're just giving it to Law, and that's normal, and we're just okay with it. Okay, sure, and it's punishable in the exact same way. You have to duck the second hit, right? So yeah, a bit weird. He has that. Is that like people say you should remove Leo and Lee's war combo, the spike? He doesn't have the spike and he does more damage than both of them. Like back to Junkyard into the high homing into 1 2 2 3 or whatever. Oh no, not 1 2 2 3. 1 2 2 1 plus 2, I think. Whatever the input is, right? Crazy damage, right? And his war carry is pretty good in this game. Then again, his war carry was never that bad, right? It's a list of what? It's just season 2 wish list, basically. So yeah, war. Law is kind of crazy right now, but I think war damage probably needs nerfs. Lee Mishima, the man himself. How is it going, man? But yeah, law, war damage needs to be nerfed. 10 frame launch. Like, if it just guaranteed FF3, it would already do a lot, right? It would already do a lot. That shit does not need to launch. Is it 111? Yeah, I think it's 111. That's not right. Back 1-2 being a confirmable launching heat engager is crazy, right? Confirmable launching heat engager, that's a lot, right? Because people complain about Dragunov's back 4-3, as they should. But you can't confirm that, right? Then again, that's normal hit, so it's a bit different. But still, confirmable launching heat engage launcher. Like that's too strong, right? So I think that's 3 nerfs already. Do I put him in little nerf or big nerf? I'm trying to think, what else am I thinking of? Like, what else does lore have that's a bit too much? You do think they need to change how those grounded hits that give follow-ups need to be changed? Lee is fine. He's bad for that. He's been bad for that for a while. Some characters get entirely too much from it. I agree, yeah. Slide should be more linear. I mean, sure, but that's a Shaheen problem more than a lore problem. I'm gonna leave him in little nerf for now. I'll see what the other little nerfs look like. I think Jack needs big buffs. Or auto parry. Auto parry is dumb, but I don't think it's... You can leave that in, I think. Shaheen's slide doesn't track. Lore's does. Shaheen's slide doesn't track. Have you played against Shaheen? Like, at all? That's crazy. But yeah, Jack has got to be in big buffs. Like, Jack, when I played him, I thought, whoa, this character's really strong. And then I played him against other characters instead of just training mode. And then I realized, he's not that good, right? Maybe need a game style change from Rushdown. It's not necessarily that. He needs less committal options. He needs the stance to be buffed. Like Gamma How. If you compare Gamma How to the muscle armor from King, Gamma How is terrible. You can do some crazy shit with it, and it's really fun to use. But when you compare it to muscle armor, it's just like, that's mad, right? Debug actually useful. Debug, like, buffing debug wouldn't really do enough to the character. Yeah, Gamma How is a cool addition, but it's just not good enough. You need to be able to sidestep in this game. They really changed the formula from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, where sidestepping is vital in this game, right? The problem is, he can't do that. He can't do that, right? Kuma fixes that problem by having better power crushing options and 1-1-1, which is risky, but then if it works, it's a launch, right? Jack Gamma How isn't good enough, basically. It needs to be less punishable and activate quicker, I think, right? You think they're gonna give him an install where he retains the charge from Gamma? Yeah, that would be a good change as well. Just having a fucking like guard break at all times. That would make him more threatening. I think like he kind of needs it. Like I think that's a good change. Gamma stance getting beat by generic down 4 for all his options is crazy. Yeah, that often is the case. Yeah. So like I'm not sure exactly what he needs apart from Gamma How changes, but he needs Gamma How changes. Like when I play Jack, there's so many characters. I'm like, it's so uncomfortable to play against them. Like Lee, Bryan, Steve, like Lili, Alisa. Like I was gonna main Jack before Lee got announced, and I just realized I don't like any matchups. Like I don't like playing him in any matchup, even though I like playing him. So yeah. A safe armor could help. He has a safe armor. He needs a better safe armor. But yeah. So yeah, that's Jack. Jack needs changes. I think I'm gonna put King here, really, be honest. And that's controversial. That's controversial, right? Matchelis, c'est ce que t'aimerais. Ouais, c'est Wishlist saison 2. Nerf muscle armor. But that's it. That's it. For me, that's it, right? Like, I don't think he needs any other changes, right? Like, he's strong. But muscle armor needs nerf. But I could put that... That's not a change. Because when I put change, I mean, like, a complete change of the character. Forward neutral 2, -14. he would be bad. Genuinely, if you did that, he'd be bad, right? Not even the tracking on Heat Smash. It's a slower Heat Smash. You counter hit it sometimes. Like, I don't think that warrants putting him in nerf. I would have to do this. Like if I put him here, I can't put him next to each other. So I think for now, I'm gonna do that. Genius serait pas content de mon avis sur Paul. J'en doute pas, j'en doute pas. Et FFN2 de King moins 13. Bah ouais. Dégâts en counter 50. Ouais, mais c'est qu'en counter, tu vois. So I think like he doesn't need enough changes to warrant being there, because you gotta also, there's like a little buffer, right, where I'm not playing the character, so I'm always gonna find something to be annoyed by, right? Microstep FFN2 c'est fini, bon, ne me fais pas changer d'avis. Là je suis avec toi, ne me fais pas changer d'avis. Je vais pas te mentir et dire que le coup il traque, mais s'il te plaît. Du coup, yeah, so King, like, he gets to be strong. Like I said with Kazuya, there's loads of shit I'd want to nerf on Kazuya, but at the same time, you gotta let him have some fun, right? Like, I just want muscle armor nerfs. That's it, muscle armor nerfs. Lars maybe gets a small buff, I think. Lars has a lot of underrated things, but realistically not doing that much. I don't know what he needs. I don't want to give him anything realistically. But he's not that good, right? Quite committal. The only thing that's kind of busted on him is orbital and his backdash. He has a crazy backdash. 111 is still minus 12. Yeah, it is. You're right, yeah. I mean, small buff overall. That doesn't mean they don't nerf other things, right? You could make 111 like 13 or 14, but buff other stuff, right? Because overall is game plan. This is more of a game plan thing when it comes to the buff section, right? Like Lars is just like, yeah. Like I'd nerf 111 as well. Like, 111's kind of stupid right now. But what else is on this character? Like, the orbital's dumb, but it's like, at the highest level, it's not really that much of a deciding factor, right? Like, you'll get robbed by an orbital from time to time. And he's barely losing because of the orbital, but like, are you really that scared of Lars? Right? We don't care about Den Free. It's annoying. Den Free is annoying, but that's all it is. For me, that's all it is. It's just annoying. It's just not a very good design. But what happens after it? Like a low that you can kind of react to sometimes, and like a heat engager that's like okay. Yeah, so I'm just putting him in small buff. Jun, I'll put in nothing. Like Jun's fine. It's just the character archetype is just kind of stale. Doesn't do much. Good keep out, good punishment. Heat is good. This is like a season 2 wishlist kind of thing. Can like they're not gonna nerf cans. Like I don't think Jun needs any changes. I will say this. I think Jun is on the lower end of characters right now. Like I don't think Jun is that good. I'm one of the few people that Kira loves because I keep saying Jun's not good, right? I don't think she's not good, but like she's among the lower end of the characters in this game. But I don't think you could change anything. Don't buff anything. Don't nerf anything. Leave her as is. Bring more people down to Jun's level. Right? That's what we need. We need more characters like this. Right? Jun's fine. Nina, I would put her there if I could, like right above. But yeah, nerf Nina. Like everything is a safe counter hit launcher that's confirmable. Like, don't do that, right? Power Crush is already gonna get nerfed. We know that. That's one of the big things with this character. Like, I could go... Like, I've done this so many times. Like, I'm tired of talking about Nina. Like, I'm tired of talking about Nina. Down forward 1-2 being a mix-up on block. When it's a... Basically, she pokes you with a mid-check. And even on block, you're the one who has to guess, right? It's not necessarily that threatening, but you gotta guess, right? And that just kind of breaks the design of the game, right? If you make down forward 1-2 duckable, then we're talking, right? Yo, wesh mani, bien bien. Can we put Ling in change? No. But you'll see. Actually, yeah, I will put her in change. That is where I'm gonna put her. But you'll see. Well, Ling is the next one. But yeah, I'm tired of talking about Nina. It's been 1 year. Season 1 has been a year. I'm not gonna rehash. If you don't know why Nina's in nerf at this point in time, I can't help you, right? I've talked about it at length. Fuck Nina, right? Bah, là, je te fais un petit récap. J'ai dit 1-1-1. Faut pas que ça launch. Il fait trop de dégâts quand il touche le mur. Et B1 2-1 confirmable, c'est pas normal, tiens. Concrètement, je crois que j'ai dit que ça. Alright, Ling's gonna go and change. Now, a heat is boring. Right? Like, that's the problem. All she ever does is launch you, get near the wall, do heat burst, do forward 2-2-3, and enter the spike into the guaranteed damage. That's all she does, right? It's boring, it's repetitive. Like, this is a character that's supposed to radiate creativity. This is really supposed to be a fun character. And having a repetitive structure like that goes against what she normally would want to do, right? But the fact that it's so optimal that you can't really do anything else, like it'd be dumb to go for anything else, is not good, right? So change that. I think overall the strength of the character is fine. Like, I'm not here going, oh, Ling's secretly top tier like everyone else, right? Like, to be fair, I play a character that's good against Ling, so maybe that's me, right? But yeah, like, AOP is annoying, but that's what she does. That's what the character does. She does AOP, right? That's almost all she does, right? It's just the heat needs to be reworked because it's not fun. I don't think it's fun for the Ling players, and it's not fun to play against, right? So I'm putting Ling in change, right? She has boring heat, so change her. But her strength, I think, is good. Leroy. Where do we put Leroy? Just nerf her, who cares? I'm trying to be objective, Silva. I am trying. Listen, if this was really my wish list, it would look like Lee Mashima's list. Buff the characters I play, nerf the ones I don't, fuck you. That would have been my list. But that's not my list, right? Leroy... Leroy is kind of crazy, you know? I'm gonna put Leroy in... nothing, right? Because I think they need to... Because the thing is, he has really weak things and really strong things. Maybe I'll put him in change. They need to even out the character. Because, like, his strengths are overblown. The things that are strong are fucking stupid. But there's so much that's weak on the character, right? He's gonna get nerfed from the chip. They're probably gonna give him stuff in exchange, is what I'm guessing. But yeah, like, chip damage right now is too much. Like, launching Sabaki is crazy. The Kane is really good in this game, right? But this tracking is not good. Like, he's got back 3 and down back 3. But he's got real tracking problems, right? So I think even out the character, like, strength-wise, don't touch him too much. Maybe buff him slightly. But it's more of a question of evening out strengths and weaknesses on the character. You lost it. Why does Poor have to be nerfed? 4-2, Heat Smash, Death Fist and Heat. That's the big lines. Asuka. Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, she's either there or there, but like, she's dumb. She's fucking dumb, but like, what specifically do you want nerfed? I'm open to putting her in nerfed, right? I'm open to it. This is why I'm doing this live and I'm not doing this as a YouTube video. I mean, it will be on YouTube, but like, Sidestep 2, no launch in heat. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Sabaki's, I don't mind Sabaki's. Just duck him. Interrupt the kick one, duck the high. Sabaki I can deal with. If Jun isn't in nerf territory, Asuka ain't either. Asuka's better than Jun by a mile. Right? Like, the thing is, Jun's defense is better, but this is an offensive game, right? Like, she has better punishment, but they got the same keep out, and Asuka can fucking go in, right? Like, Jun can't go in. She has nothing to really go in, right? Like, she has some offensive tools. She's got like the shove that's like really slow. She's got like an okay low, like this is what, down forward 3 or some shit. Sidestep 4 is alright, but that is nothing compared to this gorilla up there, right? So yeah. Asuka. Like, what I want to put her in nothing. But give me a good reason to nerf her. I'm very open to it. I'm looking for one myself. Right? I just think the character's stupid, but and that's kind of the design. It fits the character. She's supposed to be like a roided out schoolgirl, right? So nothing is appropriate. But yeah, I think we gotta put her there. It pains me. It does pain me. It really does. It pains me, but I'm gonna put her there. Now Lili. Oh, where am I gonna put Lili? You'll be surprised, I think. Nothing. Leave her as is. I got 0 problems with Lili in this game. Right? Mais Jun, elle est pas forte, mais elle a besoin de rien, tu as vu? Genre, c'est un perso, il est complet, tu vois. Il est pas fort, hein, mais il est complet. Il y a rien à changer, il y a rien qui est pété. Il y a rien qui est faible aussi, c'est ça qui est important. Il y a rien qui est faible. Ne changez pas, le perso il est bien fait. Donc elle est dans rien. Yeah, so Lili and nothing. Like she's strong, she's really good. She's got good Oki, she's got 50-50s. Like, it's got good combos. Like, sidestepping's crazy, a punishment's nice. Hey, support crush est nul. Ouais, ben voilà, écoute, il y a un truc nul sur le perso. Hein. Pourquoi pas? I don't think Lili needs nerfs. Like, she probably needed nerfs at the start of the game, but she got them. Now she gets to be strong. Her backdown stance is annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. But think about it. Annoying. Does that deserve getting nerfed? Every character is annoying. It's a fighting game. You're in a fight. You're not supposed to enjoy getting beat up, right? It just needs to be manageable. And I believe she's manageable, right? So I think she's fine. Like, she doesn't have like a busted heat smash or anything dumb, right? Le low heat smash, bah ouais, mais c'est situationnel, tu vois, c'est pas grand chose. Why is a back turn 1 plus what? Back turn 1 plus 2 only minus 11. Like, she's pretty safe from back turn, but again, it's manageable. Like I can't put it next to low. I can't put it next to low. If I'm putting low in little nerf, Lili's down 3. Who cares about Lili's down 3, man? Like, it's a low that, like, it's got good tracking and good range, but it does nothing. Like, she gets to have a low, right? I don't think this needs to change. Lily's fine. Now, fuck Hwoarang. Now, hear me out, right? Hear me out. Like I once heard someone say something crazy. He said, and I'll say it in French and then I'll translate. Hwoarang il a pas de hit. Right? And that's not right. Like he said, Hwoarang has no heat. And I've never wanted to punch someone harder, right? I've never wanted to throw someone off a building. It wasn't Kwis. It wasn't Kwis. Like, Hwoarang has a 10 frame launch in heat that he can do multiple times. That does... It's not just a launch. It's a big damage launch. He has down back 4 to become safe and a big counter hit launch. And you know what? The hell sweep's pretty good too in heat, right? So... Actually, if it's just his heat, I might put him in little nerf because that's kind of the same as low, I guess. Yeah, I'll put him in little nerf because it's just the heat. It's like huge nerfs to the heat, right? Yeah, I think I'll put him there. It's huge nerfs to the heat. When he's not in heat, he's annoying, but that's just Hwoarang, right? This doesn't have all characters. Yeah, it does. I'm just not finished. Who's missing? Is there someone missing? But yeah, whatever. Clive. Oh yeah, shit. Clive's missing. Clive and Heihachi are missing. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Let's start again. Okay. Hwoarang only. The thing is, I'm not gonna put him in big nerf because he only needs nerfs to heat, right? Like outside of heat, Hwoarang is okay, right? But yeah, even though I think that they are huge, I think they're big nerfs. They're very big nerfs, but they're only to a specific thing. Like they're the same nerf. Down back 4 and jab, connecting with forward 4/4 flappy kicks. That's the same nerf, right? So I'm gonna leave him in small nerfs. King était pas là. Il était où, King? Non, il était là, King. Je crois qu'il était là juste pour ça. Okay, Alisa, fucking killer, like killer with fire, right? Like this character, I've talked at length about her as well. She's like a ghost, right? You see her on the screen, but if you try to touch her, she's not there, right? Like she's a mirage, an illusion, right? Like her hurt box is about 1.5 miles behind her, right? If she does a single backdash and I'm point blank with Lee, FF3 will sometimes whiff. FF3 has a lot of range and it whiffs with a single Alisa backdash sometimes, right? Like, she also has very, I'm gonna say brain dead offense where there's no real counterplay to a lot of things she does, right? You just kind of have to hold it and deal with it. Like, she's a very simple character in a very boring way, right? I don't necessarily mind simple, right? But like, it's very boring to play against her because she does the same things over and over. It's like 3 or 4 interactions that repeat every time. Like, characters in this game have like several stances, like 100 moves. It's like super like every character in this game has a lot of complexity except for Alisa and Claudio, right? Like nothing happens when you're playing against Alisa. You can't hit her. She can do whatever she wants, and what she wants to do is the same 3 things over and over. Like, she is... I hate her. I hate her. This like, the fact that you can't hit her is too much. Right? Like, it's just... like, you can leave the brain dead offense if you could actually hit her. Right? But you can't. So, gotta nerf everything. Because they're not going to nerf her movement. They should, but they're not going to nerf her movement. Like, I just know they're not. That's the way they designed the hurtbox, hitbox of the character. Right? Like, there's a few bugged hitboxes in this game. Like, I'll say this. When I play Lee and I do running free, the first hit whiffs against Claudio, Alisa, Jin, Lars, and Steve. Maybe others, but those are the ones I got in my head right now. Just the first hit, point blank, it just whiffs. And that's just because those characters kind of stand back slightly. Like the character with the biggest backdash is supposed to be Dragunov. But I don't whiff against Dragunov, even though he has the biggest backdash. So something else is the problem. It's not the backdash size, right? And Alisa has that problem with every move. You can't hit her. She's a ghost, right? So, yeah. She is broken, and I don't mean broken in the sense, oh, she's too strong, she's busted. I mean broken in the sense that she does not function correctly. She needs fixing. Take her to the garage, change the oil, and fix the robot. It's not a female hitbox. Other females don't do that. Yeah. BIOS update, switch out the RAM, do something with her. I don't like it. Right. Azucena. Azucena could use some buffs. I'd say, yeah. Why can't it be both? No, it is both. But that's not the one I meant, Zafia. It is both kinds of broken. But I didn't mean that one. I'd put Azucena in small buffs. Like, do you want to... chat, do you want to in big buffs or small buffs? Because I think she's underrated. She's not that strong, right? She's not, but she can do well. She's got good pokes, right? We saw what happens when she's too strong, right? Are we accounting for no more Ford 1+2 heat engager? I'm trying not to account for the changes we know too much. I'm just talking in general. Because if you get that removed, you're probably gonna get big stuff in return. Probably. Right, so I'm not gonna put her in nothing. She's not that strong, right? She could use small buffs, like small things. Maybe damage. She doesn't do that much damage, so maybe that's the thing you do. I'm not sure. Bryan needs his fucking legs and arms cut off, right? He needs to be mutilated. So QCB1 is it's a move. I'm not sure why it's a move, but it's a move. Change that. QCF1+2 needs to not track and not be safe and not be a launcher, probably, right? Like, I understand it's a launcher because demon paws are all launchers. It's the same as a demon paw, but it's an elbow, so you can't parry it, and it's homing. Like, no. Forward 212, the string, all being -2 except for the last hit, which has pushback, so you can't punish it either. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Is wall carry in general is super high. His damage output is super high. Like he's one of the few characters that can tailspin after a spiked heat dash, right? Like you do heat burst, then heat dash, and he still gets a launch, right? And the big thing is, why does his heat burst track both sides? We had a patch for that. It was 3 days before DreamHack Summer. Heat bursts aren't supposed to track. His one still does. It's almost homing. Like, why? Why is that the case, right? Yo, James was good, man. Who has the highest wall carry? Oh, Clive, I think, yeah. Victor's close, but I think it's still Clive. But yeah, Bryan is like damage, tracking, and Bryan plays will tell you, no, his tracking's bad. Stop trying to down forward 2 everything. You're not playing a character with a down forward 1. Use the broken moves. Stop trying to play like a regular character. Your character's a gorilla. Play him like a gorilla and you'll find more success. What did Nee say? He said play with your brain turned off. And he's a Bryan main. Because that's how you play Bryan. I don't think that's the case for playing Tekken 8 in general, but that's definitely the case for playing Bryan. Just do the dumb moves, all the dumb moves track. Bro, QCB1, I just remembered, high crushes, or high evasion. You try to jab to counter hit him, or to keep him out, he'll go under and then counter hit launch you. Just boom! 13 frame counter hit launcher. Yeah, Bryan is not okay. His heat is too strong, Snake Eyes too strong, everything too strong. Like, Bryan is obscene right now, right? Am I saying he's #1 in the game? No, I'm not. But he is insanely toxic to play against. Right? 3+4, too strong. 3+4 on his own, no. 3+4, 2, yes. So yeah. Oh, you never played with Brain on. Maybe you should switch to Bryan. There you go, exactly. That's the right idea. Toxic to play against does fit his player base. Yeah, it does. Claudio nerfs. Alright. Starburst in this game is too strong. Alright, down back 1+2, being a -6 with pushback, mid evading, low evading, high crushing launcher is insane. Right, the fact that in heat he can do it multiple times, and he retains the charge like Snake Eyes for Bryan. You pop heat, and even outside of heat, his scariest move remains. Because like when you see most characters in heat, you're worried about what? You're worried about heat smash, right? For those of you who played Tekken 7, it kind of feels like Rage Drive, except it ran out. So you're like, okay, once he does it, I don't have to worry anymore. Claudio's scariest move, if he pops heat, he has until he does it. Like, he keeps it. Like, him running out of heat changes nothing. Because he can still do down back 1+2. And down back 1+2 is his best move. Tracking, launching, mid, high, low, evading, high damage, launcher. It's crazy. In Starburst, he also gets buffed wall damage. He gets this kind of the same thing Ling gets, but a bit less. Where you just pop heat burst, do the double kicks into the spike, and that's your... It's repetitive. It's redundant. Right? It's boring. It's boring to do, boring to play against. It's boring in two ways. Right? If it was just boring to get hit by, that would be my problem. But it's boring to do. Right? Other thing is... yeah, even Starburst without that Mac 1+2 in this game is kind of crazy, right? Forward 1+2, 1+2 is very, very good. In a game where they try to remove a lot of safe launchers, I know it doesn't feel like that, but compared to Tekken 7, launchers are not as safe, right? In general, as a general rule, right? But when he's in Starburst, he doesn't just have down back 1+2, he has forward 1+2, 1+2, right? Then... you know, there's just back 1 and just general Claudio stuff that makes him very good in this game. Stepping's been buffed, so back 1 got buffed. Like, you want to step more, therefore more back 1 will hit, right? Why are you complaining about Lili's down 3, man? There's nothing to complain about. But yeah, Claudio, too strong. Too much damage. Down back 1+2. Starburst in general, and running 2's damage is crazy in this game. Like, it's what, it's a flat 50 in the face. That's kind of mad, right? So yeah, he needs nerfs. I'm not sure, apart from down back 1+2, what to nerf, or like how to nerf it, or how to nerf him. But that's the one thing that needs to go. King Ground needs to change. Yeah, but I put some characters here that need nerfs, that don't need... Like, I feel like they aren't significant enough. Like, King, I think they need to do stuff about backwards Jaguar Step and the muscle armor, the Growl, but it's not big enough for me to put him next to these guys, which is why he's in nothing. Nothing doesn't necessarily mean nothing. It means nothing substantial. Right? But yeah, oh, you thought Starburst down back 1+2 was -2 all this time. No, I think it's -6, but it feels like it's -2. Actually, is it -2? Am I mad? It could be -2. Maybe I'm just refusing to accept it, you know? It is -2. It is -2. I just refuse to accept it. I swear. Like, I've been told that so many times. And it never sticks in my mind. I just can't... Like, I can't fathom the fact that it's -2. Every time... I'm shocked. I swear I'm shocked every time. Like an Alzheimer's patient. I'm shocked every time. That shit's -2. Like, I can't believe it. You think King having a save counter confirmable good tracking i13 launcher is okay? Nope. You got a point. Somehow I forgot that, Evo. You got me. You got me. Shit needs to not track. Yeah. You got me. Somehow that didn't get brought up. So, you got me. You got me there, Evo. Voice close FF4 -1. Yeah, again... Basically, his alternative to running 2 is FF4, and that's just -1. Like, counter with a counter wall splat if he's got Starburst, right? That's crazy. So yeah, yeah, FF4 is the knee. Clive. Yeah, Clive needs Is it big nerf or small nerf? I'll put him in small for now. But yeah, 1+2 is kind of a crazy move, but I don't mind it as much as most people, I feel. The wall carry is... It's not... I don't think it's gonna change, but the wall carry is stupid. It's... Like, he gets wall-to-wall everywhere. His heat is stupid, right? You just have to... You just have to hold back for like 7 moves. Like, that's not normal, right? Down forward 1-2. Don't forget about down forward 1-2. What do I need to not forget about down forward 2? Down 1 being +2 is not... Like, it's pretty good, yeah. What does changes mean? Changes means... there's something flawed about the design, but the power level is fine. You think all the wrong things about Clive are concentrated in Phoenix stance? Put him in change then, right? I think that's right. It's just the way he's designed. It's not very fun. It's not fun to fight. It's really fun to play. I'll give him that. But it's not really that fun to fight. Flashy. I don't mind flashy. I could use more explosions. That I'm fine with. So I'm gonna put him in change. Yeah. It's just kind of repetitive. Yeah, very repetitive gameplay. So I'll put him here. Devil Jin. Nothing. Now hear me out. Devil Jin is strong, but he has consistency issues. Just quality of life changes, right? Just quality of life, right? That's all he needs. He needs to not randomly whiff, right? That's all he needs. His game plan is fine. Some people say, oh, he doesn't have a good game plan for taking it. That's bullshit, right? His game plan's fine. It's just that sometimes his shit just randomly doesn't work, right? So fix that, and we're good. Basically, that's it, right? Make his moves hit. That's it. Like, he has an electric, he has a launching hell sweep, he has good Oki, he has 1-1-2. His down forward 1, it's not the same aim as like a Shaheen or Lee or Jin or whatever, right? But he's got a confirmable... Is it confirmable? No, let's say it's not. Whatever. He's got a counter hit wall splatting down forward 1, right? That's a good thing to have, right? And also his down forward 1 tracking is decent, right? It might be -6, but it's decent, right? Do you think all of his mids being -6 or worse is fine? Yeah. Like, a character with a launching hell sweep right? A character with launching Hell Sweep shouldn't have good mids, right? Like, you can't have both. So yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah, Ryujin about to tweet about this soon. I'm sure he will. Listen, I'm cool with Ryujin. He's my friend. Don't worry about it. You got issues with up forward 1. Up forward 1's just annoying, man. But yeah, Dragunov. I'll put him in small nerf. Controversial. Let's make this the most controversial tier list. More than Lee Mishima's one. Right? Like, I think after all the nerfs, Dragunov isn't that much of a pain to fight. Right? I'll put him in nothing. Fuck it, I'll put him in nothing. Like, he's obviously top tier. He's obviously one of the best characters in the game. But he's not that annoying to fight. Like, he's really not. Ça partait bien au début. His Heat Smash needs nerfs. Yeah. But that's not that bad. Like, he's beatable, top tier. That's like, it's not toxic to play against him as a top tier. The only thing is down forward 1 for QCB4 into Heat Smash at the wall is okay. You can QCF4. The thing is, if shit like that is shared among a lot of the cast, right? Like, frame trap into Heat Smash is not exclusive to Dragunov. It's just easier on Dragunov. So is everything else. So now the QCF4 doesn't wall splat, and I know it doesn't hit grounded. Now that it doesn't hit grounded, I think we're good. I can put him in small. I'm baiting you guys. But yeah, QCF4 doesn't hit grounded in season 2. We know that. That's like down forward 1-4. I think being a launch is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. C'est trop one-side comme perso. Le gars qui fait relevé 4, qui te met à plus 9, il dit que Dragunov c'est trop... Tu n'as pas le temps de taper, genre, c'est ça? Is he boring to face? I don't think he's that boring to face. Right. Like, he's not the most exciting match, right? But I don't think Dragunov's a boring character to face. For me, boring is Victor, Claudio, Alisa, characters where you just stare at each other and nothing's going on. At least there's a lot going on when Dragunov is on screen, right? Back 3 is almost... You mean back 4? Yeah, the back 4 string. Yeah, back 4 is a bit too good, but... There's a lot of that that's going to change soon. I'm going to put him in small nerfs. It feels like a character you can actually capitalize from good reads. Exactly. When you're sure of what you're doing against Dragunov, you get rewarded for being right. Against Nina, not as much. And against Alisa, not at all. Right? That's kind of the thing, right? Nina can... like, even if you guess right, it's like, well, I was safe or -12 anyway. Dragunov, you can hurt him a lot for being right. And Alisa, you can't, right? So I'm gonna put him in small nerfs. He doesn't need that much. Nothing needs to happen to Eddie. Casino character remains casino character. Like, that's how they want him to be. That's how he's gonna be. Yeah. Aside from QCF4, would you nerf anything else? Back 4-3 being a launcher, I would nerf. 1-2-1, probably launch. I don't know. Like, it's confirmable, so it should be like a Mishima 1-1-2. It's obviously it's not as easy than a Mishima 1-1-2, but if it's a heat engager, probably do that. Like, it's small things, you know. Back 4-2-1, kind of mad. This is small things. But like I said, like when I fight Dragunov, the movement and the range are usually the issues, But that's not gonna change. That's just not gonna change. That's the character, you know. He's always been a good movement character. Listen, you know what? With friends, we've recently been playing Tag 2. Down 2 used to go under mids in Tag 2. Like, after experiencing that, I was like, you know what? Dragunov's not so bad, you know. Dragunov in Tekken 8 is not so bad. He wasn't as good, but at least when you do down foot 1, you beat the down 2. So that's that. Feng. No, where does Feng go? Where does Feng go? En tag 2, je peux tout step, c'est pas incroyable. Feng. Small nerfs, yeah. Like, shoulder shouldn't be fully tracking. That's one thing. I'm trying to think. En tag 2, on fait les fesses. Un peu quand même. Yeah, like, confirmable free 1+2 is kind of crazy. Heat smash wall splat. I said all of the heat smash should never wall splat. What else? What else? Kempo's fine. I'm trying to think. There's not that much. Delay auto block from Kempo. You could. But that's not that big of a... I mean, it would make a big difference, but it's not a big change, you know? Down back free should have never been a counter hit knockdown. Yeah, but it's too late for that. Like, yeah, I agree, but it's too late for that. Yeah, just shoulder. Yeah, small nerf. I can't think of too much. Like he's not doing anything egregious like these guys. He's barely doing as much as them, so I'm gonna leave him here. Back 4 tracking nerf. I mean, it's supposed to track, I think. Right. I agree, but I think it's supposed to track. It should probably just track to one side and not both. Back 1 in heat's kind of dumb. You know, free back 1. It's kind of crazy. But it does spend quite a bit of his heat. What's the big Claudio nerfs? Down back 1+2 is obscene. But he has only got 3 moves. So nerfing 1 move is a third of his move list. Lili bien plus haut. En vrai, non. Lili, elle est bien comme elle est. Heihachi. Nothing. Why? Oh, down forward. Why is down forward free as mix up? Normal hit, safe, launch or flip over. Yeah, that shit shouldn't hit grounded. It shouldn't flip over. So I'll put him there. Heihachi for me is an extremely well designed character. I really like Heihachi. Like when I saw Heihachi, I was like, this game's going in the right direction. Then they released Clive. It is what it is, right? But from what they said, Clive was in the works for like before Heihachi was, right? So I think that's why Clive feels like a step back in terms of character design compared to Heihachi. Like he doesn't have a broken heat smash, right? Like it's got like poor range and poor tracking for a heat smash, right? Like you can actually play around it. The mix up after it, like there is a mix up like most heat smashes, but you can power crush through most of it, and if he has the read, he has to go for either a launch punishable option or a throw that doesn't do that much, right? So the mix up after it isn't that crazy. Warrior Instinct is crazy, obviously, but it's only 1 round, and it is kind like he doesn't become invincible. You just have to be really careful what you do, right? So I think he's really well designed, right? I like the fact that he has clear weaknesses, clear strengths. He's got fun mechanics. I would change nothing. I think he's great, right? He can wall splat you with Warrior Instinct. Yeah, with Warrior Instinct. 1 round. It's fine. Down foot 1, just frame 2 should be easier to step. It will be easier to step. Happening. They announced buffs to sidestep. You can buff with the sidestep. So that's already happening. So I think you're fine, right? Peut-être nerf un peu les dégâts des combos. Ouais, mais ça c'est des détails, tu vois. Genre quand c'est des détails, je laisse dans rien, tu vois. Yeah, like he does a bit too much damage, I guess, but like that's for me, Heihachi is extremely well designed. So, yeah. A more solid character with some more instinct. He's already a solid character, man. Like, for me, he's fine as is. Perfect character. I like the way he is. Kuma, right? Kuma, okay? Buff Lee. Lee needs buffs. Bottom 3 character. Lee Mishima, am I right? Character so bad. Me, Asa and Ash, and Lee Mishima, the 3 goats of the game. We all agree. Lee needs tremendous buffs. Like, he can't do anything otherwise. Terrible character. He needs everything. He needs launching Acid Rain all the time. Acid Rain shouldn't be a just frame. Like, down 3 should knock down counter hit launch all the time. Give him Snake Eyes and Starburst and Kuma's 111. I think that's what we need. I think that's fair. I think everyone agrees. Yeah. No, but let's be real. Small buffs. Now, I'm gonna put him in small. No, I'm gonna put him in change. No, I'm gonna put him in small buffs because fuck you guys, right? The reason I'm doing that is because he has no heat. He has no heat. He is the only character in the game, and I can go through every single character in the game. I've done it before. I'll do it again. He's the only character with 0 heat buffs. He has heat dashes, a heat smash, like everyone else, but he has no heat. Alisa gets power crush and chainsaws that she doesn't have without heat. Hwoarang becomes insane, right? Like, she gets more combo options than Hypnotist. Kazuya turns into the devil, right? Everyone's got at least something. Lee gets removed moves. Lee gets less options in heat because you can no longer do the non-just frame version of some moves. So if you want to do 444, admittedly not a great move, but I've seen Silver use it. I'm starting to use it a little bit. Well, I'm not using it. I'm experimenting with it. I don't think it's very good, but he showed me that it's worth testing at least, right? So 444. You can't do that in here. I don't get more moves like everyone else. I get less moves. Why? That's weird, right? Lee has no heat. Give him heat, right? Like, he doesn't need to be stronger, right? Like, he doesn't need to be stronger. Like, I'm putting him in buff because it's a buff, right? He doesn't need any nerfs, despite being very strong. No, I don't want to put him in change. He's my character. I want him buffed. This is my wish list. I do what I want, right? But he needs heat. Like, he's not playing Tekken 8. He's playing Tekken 7 on crack, right? Like all you're doing is... Like, he has insane pokes, great combos, good damage, amazing punishment, amazing counter hits, but no heat. And heat is such a game swing, and great evasion as well, great evasion. But he has nothing to swing the game back. Like he doesn't have the built-in mechanic of the game, right? And that's weird. Don't like Law's auto punch parry while in heat. Like, you don't like using it, or you don't like fighting against it? Son pari, tu le trouves bien? Il est bien, hein? You still think Mishima's 1-1 excluding Heihachi should be -3? Normalized to the entire cast's 1-2. I mean, I'm not against it, but I mean, for Kazuya, like, he doesn't have any fast mids he doesn't really have any good fast mids afterwards, so being less minus, that might be okay for Kazuya. I don't think it needs to be normalized, or at least not for him. Maybe just leave it as one. Does anyone actually use Clive's meter? Yeah, a little bit. Like, it's not that impactful, but yeah. Everyone knows to just kick you. What? Don't just stay in. Don't try to go for the auto parry. Just do DSS into something. 1-1 from Kazuya styles dog shit range. Yeah, it would be too good if it had good range. Right? JM va enlever B3-3, oui, mais il est fou, t'inquiète. Leo. I'm gonna put Leo in nothing. There's a lot of moves I really dislike fighting against with Leo. But like, the character's objectively not crazy. Like, no buffs, no nerfs. Leave the annoying moves. Leave the weak moves weak. Leave Leo as is. I think it's for the best, right? There's nothing that stands out as overly busted. There's nothing that stands out as overly weak. I think it's a good character, well balanced. Maybe on the slightly weaker side, maybe. But like, leave Leo as is. Leave Leo as is. No one cares, which means he's perfect. Exactly. James with the wisdom, as always. Just give Leo one heat engager. I don't have one either. I got FF3, but it's good to pretend I don't. Lydia I'm gonna put in change. Yeah. I don't like Lydia's design, right? Lydia without heat, I think is underrated, but clearly not amazing, right? Back one's like really good. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so Lydia is yeah, like I was saying, Lydia's underrated without heat, but not amazing, obviously. But heat is just she dies or you die. And I don't think that's a fun design. I really think like she's like I just don't like it. Like, I'm not saying it's strong. I'm saying change it. I'd rather it be strong than it be like this. Basically she'll either rob you or kill herself, right? There's nothing there, right? You feel what are you saying? You feel she's slightly less than Heihachi? Slightly less what? Eddie's not in change. Eddie's full gambling. Lydia's only gambling in heat, right? Eddie gets to be the gambling character, right? Leave him as like that's what they want him to be. That's what he is now. He's the gambling character. It used to be the defensive, keep out, pokey, annoying character. Eddie's now the casino character. He's different, right? Let's not try to give him back what he was when that's clearly not what he is right now, right? But Lydia, it's just a heat. It's just like she just has to go all in when she's in heat. She just has to go all in, which is weird, right? Eddie's stance look too familiar. You gotta learn the matchup, man. I'm sorry. That's a skid issue. Like, they do look kind of similar, but that's a skid issue. Yeah, so Lydia, I don't think she's designed well. She was better designed in 7, definitely. I played Lydia in Tekken 7. I liked her. I don't play her in this game. Like, I don't have fun playing her. So there you go, Panda. It's the same as Kuma. It's the same. Man. It's the same, bro. So yeah, Raven. I'm gonna say not to change Raven. Raven's fine again. For some reason, Americans think Raven's crazy top 5 and the secret top tier of the game, but Raven's fine. Like Heat Raven is like obnoxious, but it's whatever. Like, character takes a lot of commitment. Like, yeah, you gotta go for these full crouch sweeps a lot of the time. Down back 2 is very annoying to fight against. Down forward 1 has stupid tracking, but it's like realistically he's really not doing that much. Like, the parry is also good. Like I've played Pinya a couple times in this game, and I was never thinking, wow, Raven's actually crazy. Right? I don't think I played Hayes. Right? Is it Hayes, the NA guy that played this like super good with Raven? I can't remember, but like I don't think I played them. Yes, I'm not. I don't think I played Haze in this game. I'm pretty sure, but I played Pina and I played other Ravens. I played. I'm pretty sure I played Jacob Cass online. I played. Is it Jordi Alba, the Italian guy? Like at no point fighting them do I think, wow, Raven's so strong, right? I think, wow, Raven's a competent character, but it is what it is, right? So I have no problems with Raven. I think it's a well-designed character. Strong heat. But, like, he gets some free launchers, but they're minus, right? And they don't reset neutral. They're minus. You can, like, press into him afterwards, right? So there you go. Reina. The only thing Raven needs is back down throw mix-up back. No, he does not. No, he don't. Nope. I like Reina. There you go. I like Reina. Nothing changes. No buffs, no nerfs. That's me. Like, a lot of people disagree. I understand. Make your own lists, right? I like Reina. I think Reina's a well-designed character. Right? FF2 is kind of stupid. It is, right? But it's whatever, right? The thing is, most people don't want to challenge it. Bro, fucking press. She does FF2, press into it. Don't be a bitch, man. Like, usually that, like, most Reinas don't know what to do if you stop them from doing the 4. Right? Everyone keeps sidestepping your FF2. That's what Olsan was complaining about as well. But yeah, like, high damage, high execution, like, you can be creative with Reina. There's a lot of things you can do. I like the design. I like the design. Yeah, Silver. Bro, you're playing Lee. Lee kills Reina when she attacks. Like, I think it's very hard for Lee to attack Reina because of her movement. But if she tries to attack you, you murder her. Like, you kill her. Like, even when I didn't know the Reina matchup, I wasn't losing to Reina. That's how good Lee is against Reina. So maybe I'm just biased. But, because I remember I played Bryan against Reina and I struggled. But playing Lee against Reina, I had when I didn't know the matchup, I didn't lose. Right? So I'm gonna put her there. I like her. Like, we're not seeing an overabundance of Reina anyway, right? Tekken 7 Maven was better than Raven. Maybe, yeah. So, not sure what the point is of that, but sure, you're probably right. Actually, I know you're right, but again, don't matter. Reina, yeah, I like Reina. Shaheen, fuck Shaheen. Break his arms off. Down forward 1 is the best homing move in the game, right? Shaheen's down forward 1 has crazy tracking. He's got frame traps up the wazoo, right? You gotta respect everything he does. You can buffer slide pretty much anywhere at all times, and his slide is homing, right? He's the only character to have retained slide loops, right? Well, there was only 2 characters with slide loops in this game, I guess. But Law had slide loops, and they nerfed him. Shaheen had slide loops, and they nerfed the easy slide loop. But now there's a high execution version that does the slide loop again. So he should not have slide loops. It's not fun. It's very Street Fighter 6-ish, right? It's like throw loops with slides, right? No one likes that. So that needs to be changed. Tracking on most things needs to be changed. Is Heat Smash being safe on whiff? Like, unless there's a wall and he runs into the wall, you can't punish him. And even if it runs into the wall, sometimes you can't punish him. So, yeah. Does Sheen's down forward 1 track better than Raven's? I think it's probably slightly less, but it's a 13 frame regular down forward 1. Cool. Where was I? Shaheen, yeah, too much tracking. Is Power Crush heat engages too strong? But we already know that's gonna go. Like, I think he's got the best Power Crush heat engager out of the lot. Like, it's faster than Lee, Victor, and all the other characters like that. Sheen's homing moves insane too. Forward 4 is kind of mad. Like it doesn't, like, the fact that it knocks down on normal hit for a guaranteed back 4, kind of mad. It tracks like Raven's down forward toy, but it's 13. That's insane. Maybe it tracks a bit less, like slightly less, but it's 13. It's -1. It's a -1 down forward 1. Is it -1 or -2? It's probably -1, right? Yeah. Nah, running 2 is fine. Shaheen's running 2 doesn't need looking at. But also, the situation where guard break makes forward 2 free guaranteed, which guarantees guard break mix up again, is not okay. Alright? Guard break loops, slide loops, frame traps everywhere. Extremely safe. That's really safe frame traps. There's a lot of times where you can like wall standing 1. Like, oh, I guessed right. I stood up, I didn't duck. But I can't step it. And it's just like, okay, now he's at -2 after wall standing 1. It's a, what do we do? Like, you get no reward for like, unless you guess right on a slide or a slide mix-up if he does the mid. Like, you don't really get rewarded for guessing right against Shaheen most of the time. He also has really good steps, really good range hop kick. He has probably the longest range safe down forward 2. The safe down forward 2s, people have been saying are a problem. They're very strong. I don't want them removed, but Shaheen's one just goes way too far, right? So yeah, does he still have his orbital? Yeah, but it's really slow. So the orbital is like I'm not like that's not why I lose to Shaheen. When Shaheen wins, it's not because of the orbital. Steve. I'm gonna put Steve in change. Now, realistically, I want him nerfed. But the main issue is the way he's designed for me, right? Like, he's supposed to be the counter hit paragon, but he's not, right? Like, he doesn't really have, like, the Steve players are complaining. He's supposed to be the counter hit paragon, but where's his counter hits, is what they're saying. And the crazy thing is they're right. But the problem is what they gave him in return is extremely annoying to fight. He's the male Ling, exactly, male Xiaoyu. Like, bro, Lionheart is insane. Like, I will argue it's better than Kempo a lot of the time. Because Kempo doesn't always launch you. It rarely launches you, Kempo. You usually get just smacked in the face, right? Or you get hell sweeped. Like, bro, Lionheart 2... that shit happens a lot when you're playing against Steve. He's also extremely safe, right? Extremely safe. Albatross 2 is like -2. Lionheart 1 is a heat engager that's -4. And with the evasion, -2 and -4 might as well be plus on block, bro. Because if I gotta do a move that beats the evasion, I'ma eat the back 1. So yeah, he also does really good wall carry and damage, right? In terms of damage, like, I can't pretend like his combo damage is like the best. It's good, it's really good. More than the Steve players are telling me. Because when I play against him, I'm not fucking blind. But they're saying he doesn't have great wall damage. Or great combo damage, right? But the thing he does that does a lot of damage is all of his pokes. Or he does like moves into guaranteed moves, right? Back 2, they're saying, oh, back 2 should be a launcher. Bro, back 2 Sonic Fang is like 50 something into a heat engager. You don't fucking need it to be a launcher. Right? So high damage on everything, pretty much. Very safe. Very safe. And the evasion is, like, he's more evasive than Ling. Easily more evasive than Ling. Like, I do not struggle against AOP. I don't. Like, I don't struggle against AOP. I know Ling very well, right? And I know Steve very well. But I can't do anything about Steve. Because in any given situation, the Steve player has several different ways that you beat in different ways to evade you. Right? Ling has one way, right, to evade you, pretty much. And so she can either press or evade you that way. He has like several different ways, but they all work. It's not like I have to pick 1 of 8 options. It's you have to pick 7 out of 8 options. That's the problem. Most of the options are correct. You get to choose between Weave and Lionheart, but a lot of the time, you'll evade using both. So it doesn't matter which one you picked. So yeah, I don't like his design in this game. The Steve players seem to not really like his design either. If no one likes Steve, just change Steve. In Asia, they say he's weak, so this motherfucker's getting buffed in Season 2. He's getting buffed. And that scares me. Like these two, Devil Jin and Steve in Season 2, I have nightmares. I have night terrors thinking about these two in Season 2. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Victor's next. Small nerfs. Like I find him extremely boring, so I kind of want to put him in the change tier. But it's the War Oki that needs to change. Very stale War Oki. Yeah. War Oki and what else? What else? Just boring in general. Like like I don't understand what they did to Victor. Victor is a character with like a laser sword, several knives, and a gun, and you feel like he's got four moves. He's got cool combos. They buffed his combos in the last update. Like at least now it's not 1222 FF2, right? Like I don't know how they designed this character. Lee in general is a difficult matchup for Steve. The thing is, it's a difficult matchup for Steve if you're trying to think. If you turn your brain off with Steve, you'll do better. Like, Lee and Steve both hate fighting each other, but it's very simple. If you're trying to counter hit me, you're gonna lose. I will out counter hit you, right? But if you try to evade me, you'll evade me, and I'll lose. And there's nothing I can really do about that, right? I don't have an option that really beats the evasion, right? Like, if I guess right and you fuck up, I can punish you hard, but realistically, the matchup is for you, right? But if you are not careful, Lee will eat you alive, right? But yeah, Victor's mostly boring, but the War Oki is too strong. Like, Warning I Spam showed that you can fuzzy the mix-up, and it's not a real mix-up, but shit's too hard, right? No one's doing that. The chip damage it does is crazy, because you have to block the mid. Like, even if you fuzzy the low, you still have to get chipped out by the mid. Chip is getting nerfed, so yeah, that's that. Warning I Spam when he gets 10 hours of sleep is the best player on earth. Good thing he never does. Good thing he never does. All you're saying about Raven without heat is not that good. Definitely needs a small buff. To what? Small buff to what? That's what I'm asking you. You remember when you did one talking about buffs and nerfs, people calling it a reverse tier list? Yeah, but doing it that way is kind of boring, because you can't do it that way effectively, Kane. But like, I'm talking more taste of what I like to fight. Like, there's a lot more subjectivity in mine, I feel, than just flipping the tier list over. That's definitely like the top tiers are up there, right? But you know, Kane here for the Yoshi placement. Like, he knows. Like, he knows. Kane is a down player, but like he's not pretending Yoshi's weak. Like, there's down player and then there's delusion. He's not delusional. He's a down player. There's a big difference, right? Big difference. He's a sane person, right? Like Yoshi, he's saying he's top 6. Yoshi's the best character in the game right now, right? That's just the case. It's him and Kuma, maybe. Like, I don't think it's Kuma, but a lot of people are putting Kuma there because he's winning the super majors, right? But like, it's Yoshi. Yeah, it's Yoshi. Zafina. Like, I'm not gonna stay here and talk about Yoshi, right? There's no point. Yeah, Zafina. I don't want shit to happen to this character, man. Actually, change. Yeah, change. Yeah. I mean, it's just him down there, so. Zafina's getting a weird install. Like, she's definitely getting changed. So, there you go. Like, I don't really know what to say about Zafina. She's not weak, like a lot of players seem to think. Like, I've played against high-level Zafinas. I played against Kagemaru a few times when I was in Japan. Like, the character's not doing anything obscene, but there's a lot of stale situations. But I don't even think I want to put her in change, because I'm scared of what they're going to do if they change her. Like, like, I don't know what to do about Zafina. Because she's not weak. She's not weak. But you never see her. It's just a case of trying to step running free while still ducking running 1+2. And if you can block down free on reaction, like if you can just block down free on reaction, then the character is fine, right? But if you can't, then it gets quite toxic, right? So I'm gonna leave her in nothing, man. Just leave her as is. And I'm not gonna do a meme tier. Like, there's a lot of people just add a tier in just for Anna. No, it's too late. I can't take her out. I gotta do the meme tier. Yeah, big bazooka. Alright. I forgot if you start dragging the image, you can't take it out. Oh, if I delete the Roshi... Well, I mean, I've done it now. But I could delete the Roshi's in. That's more effort. Alright, well, this... should I order it? No, I don't have time to order it. I got shit to do. Actually, I can order it real quick. I'll order it with no justification. There, that's that one. I'll leave that there. Well, I mean, nothing is nothing. I don't need to order it. There, I think that's fine, right? Alright, so that's my order. Right. There you go. That's what I think of the game right now. That's what I'd like to see in season 2. I try to stay relatively objective. Lee is not objective. I want to see my character buffed. I want to win tournaments again. Like, that's that'd be nice. You know, that'd be nice. Like, I'm putting in the effort. I'm getting there. I think given enough time, I'm going to start winning again. But if I can just get buffs and win straight away in 1 month, that'd be great. If I could just suddenly become amazing in 20 days, that would be great. But there you go. What do I mean by change? Change is... I don't like their design. The power level, I'm okay with. But the way they are strong, or the way they are, I don't like. Steve's design, I think, is not how he should be. He's not supposed to be an evasive character. He's supposed to be a counter-hit character. And now he's just Ling, but with boxing gloves. Leroy's weird because he's got like really shit moves and really busted moves at the same time. So even that out. Ling, heat is boring. Ling players don't like using her heat. Her heat. You just do a combo, bring it to the wall, pop heat, do heat spike. There's no creativity to that. She's supposed to be creative. Heat makes her less creative. Clive, he revolves too much around Phoenix stance. He's like Kunimitsu without the backdash. Kind of boring. Lydia, she pops heat. She either dies immediately or she wins immediately. I think that's terrible design. So there you go. Is this going to be on YouTube? Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube. So yeah, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I'm going to find someone to raid war quick. And I will be on my way. I got my girl waiting for me in the other room. Said we go on a date tonight. And we'll do that. I'll raid Tetsu. Tetsu's doing his GOD challenge.